with Mr. Dr. Az. And I would to thank you so much, Dr. Ismail, for this centers. Today we will speak about my thesis. The subject of the thesis is the impact of the organization culture on the employees' well-being. My supervisor, Dr. Az, and my name is Saham. This study will be for hotel sector, especially in Saudi Arabia, the Al Ahsa. So, would like to pass to the next slide, please. Dr. Ismail?
Okay, you don't have the control?
No.
Okay, all right. I think
Yes.
now you can.
Yes, thank you. So I will start in the abstract of this case study or for the thesis. This research aims to investigate how organization culture affect employee mental health through a qualitative and quantitative methods. Data on employee experiences and perspectives will be gathered to shed light on the impact of organizational culture on mental health. The study, uh, the study's primary objective is to analyze the extent of the influence and provide valuable insight for business. Introduction. Organization culture has traditionally focused on productivity and employee satisfaction. However, there is a growing body of research that suggests that employee well-being is also an important factor in organizational success. There are many different dimensions of employee well-being or well-being, including financial well-being, social well-being, physical health, work health and safety, environmental well-being, and work-life balance. The problem statement, just I conclude the problem statement in this slide. We'll start with the deposit, growing recognition of the importance of mental health in the workplace. There remains a significant knowledge gap regarding the influence of organizational culture on the mental health and satisfaction of employees. This lack of understanding hinders organization from effectively creating supportive environment that promote employee well-being. Consequently, there is a need to investigate and analyze the ways in which the culture of corporation affect the mental health of workers in order to provide valuable insight that can assist business in developing a strategy to enhance employee satisfaction and overall psychological well-being. The aims of the research to assess how workplace culture affect employee well-being because they have a direct bearing on employee engagement, output, and general pleasure. Employee health and happiness are essential to a company's success. To comprehend how corporate culture affects employee well-being in order to create a positive work environment and encourage employee development in all areas. Natural of study is a quantitative and qualitative research aimed to understand the experience and perceptions of employees on how corporate culture influences and their well-being. For this study, interviews and observations will be served as the primary data collection method. The reason of the research is to gather a detailed, in-depth narratives from participants in order to comprehend the complex relationship between corporate culture, and employee well-being. We have three main questions in this research. The first one, how does company's culture impact the employee well-being of its employees? Or I'm sorry, how does a company's culture impact the well-being of its employees? The second one, what aspects of a company's culture support the mental and emotional health of its employees? The third question is, what are the leadership discourse principles and employee participation that are required to understand how company culture supports health and happiness? We have three hypotheses in this research or this thesis. The first one is there is a significant positive effect of supportive leadership on employee mental health and satisfaction. There is a significant positive effect on employee engagement on employee mental health and satisfaction. There is a significant positive effect on a strong sense of belonging on employee mental health and satisfaction. So the three hypotheses is focusing on the satisfaction. So we will speak in the next slide how the study and the result of the study focus on the satisfaction as well. In this slide, we have two main definitions. The first one, organizational culture. The shared value, beliefs, norms, and practice within organization that shape its members' behavior and influence their experience. The second definition about the employee well-being. The employee well-being, the overall psychological, emotional, and physical health and satisfaction of employees in their workplace. The research suggests that organization culture has a essential role in determining employee happiness. The study will be done inside just one industry, limiting the transferability of the result to other fields. Furthermore, the focus on the research would be on employee perspectives, which may be at odds with those the organization executives or other stakeholders. The significance of the study, the research close a knowledge vacuum by giving a comprehensive understanding of how business culture influence employee well-being. These results will be helpful to organizations since they will guide management and human resources in developing a more upbeat and supportive work environment for their employees. Finally, the research hopes to boost worker satisfaction by increasing opportunity for personal development and professional fulfillment. The literature review, I tried my best to just put some points about the literature review. I will start with the employee wellness. It encompasses personal, mental, emotional, and physical well-being in additional to their level of commitment in their job. Emotional, physical, and psychology aspect all contribute to overall well-being. Employee happiness has been linked to increase productivity, innovation, and job satisfaction in several studies. The health and happiness of a company's employees are directly tied to ideal held by leadership. The methodology we use in this study it's structured by qualitative and quantitative For the qualitative and quantitative, we will know more in the next slide. And the result of the quantitative and the qualitative is according to the result, the culture of a business has a potential to have a significant impact. They're favorable by advisory on the health and happiness of its employees. According to the finding, leadership has a key role in determining the equality of the work environment that is provided for workers. Participants stressed how important it is for managers to demonstrate care of their employees and make an effort to quality, I'm sorry for this one, but a pleasant environment in their workplace. It's important to build open line of communication in order to provide the staff member with opportunity to feel heard, informed, and involved in this decision making. The interpretation of findings. It's important to keep in mind that the results should be carefully and impartially examined while taking into account the limitation and the scope of the research. First, the study discovered a strong positive correlation between several aspects of corporate culture and workers' well-being. Training and development, employee independence, cooperation and collaboration, diversity and inclusion, and award and recognition have all been proved to have a substantial impact on employee satisfaction. The result for praise and reward demonstrate how important it is to acknowledge and value employee achievements. The results show that when employees feel their workplace is diverse and inclusive, employee well-being raises. Recommendation for action. Based on how the research conclusions on the impact of corporate culture and employee well-being were interpreted, a business may get a variety of recommendation. These rules to create environment where employee may work in health, joy, and pleasure. Comprehensive training and development program that support the expansion and improvement of employee skills should be funded by employers. Employees may benefit from regular training, seminar, and monitoring program. If they want to gain new skills, stay current with industry advancement, and enjoy their job more generally. Organizations should create a transparent, equitable system for praising employee for their contributions. Organizations should encourage culture that value employee autonomy, decision making, and participation. Organizations should encourage interdepartmental cooperation, information exchange, and teamwork. Organizations should establish rules and practice to provide everyone with equal chance, remove discrimination, and foster and accepting culture. A recommendation for further study. Sorry. Even though research on how company culture affect employee well-being has provided some crucial information. More study is still needed to full understand this complex link. Researchers may monitor changes in a business culture and employee well-being by gathering data over an extended period of time. Comprehensive comparative studies may demonstrate how corporate culture differs based on the situation and how it has a variety of effect on employee well-being. Cross-cultural research may help determine if business culture and employee well-being are always related. Cross-cultural research may also be used to, to design cultural relevant changes and enhance employee well-being. And recommendation for further study, still on the same subject, future research may examine certain aspects of employee well-being such as job satisfaction, work-life balance, mental health, and engagement. The conclusion, finally, studies on how business culture influences work well-being highlight the importance of having a happy, supportive workplace. The study's findings shed light on the relationship between workplace culture and staff happiness. A good organizational culture, which include open communication, encouragement of employee growth, recognition of achievement and powerful sense of community has a significant impact on employee well-being according to the literature review. And thank you so much, Dr. Az. Thank you so much, Dr. Ismail. Appreciate your guidance through this semester and the previous semester for this study. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saham, for this presentation. And let's start some discussion to talk about your thesis. I hopefully, maybe if you have a hard copy of your
Yes.
thesis with you, okay, that's good. All right. So let's move to the title page at the beginning.
Yes.
As you mentioned, under the title, you said it's a dissertation submitted to. So as we call it, a thesis, okay?
Yes.
Just make it, change it to a thesis. This
Sure.
is something, okay. The next page, the table of contents,
Yes.
need to be according to APA style, okay?
Yes, sure. Yes, that's my mistake. Yes, doctor. Yes.
Okay, so go to the reference and see how the criteria of APA and follow all guidelines regarding APA style.